Hello, Internet. It is I, the Malik Aaron, and welcome back to the channel. Number 9. I've now made 9 videos on canceled movies, which means I'm only one video away from reaching the double-digit milestone, which is equal parts exciting and depressing. But before we get into any news, I just want to get this out the way now. I know this video is like 2 days late. I apologize. I was working because I'm considered an essential worker during this whole crisis. So when this news first broke, I couldn't cover it right then and there. So just like Hollywood, I had to delay it until I could make a video about it. So yeah, that's the reason why the video's late. So again, apologize for that. Speaking of delays, Lionsgate, it's your time to shine. Because the past few canceled videos, we've talked about Sony, Warner Brothers, Disney, Paramount, but we never really talked about Lionsgate. Well, we can talk about them now because they announced a whole bunch of release date changes for their movies, as you can see from this title from Deadline. John Wick 4 to 2022, while Hitman's wife's Bodyguard, Spiral, Barb and Star, and more head to 2021. So yeah, we're kind of moving away from 2020, and now the calendar for 2021 is changing so drastically. Nothing in 2021 is going to be safe because there's going to be so many changes. So many movies got to be moved here and there. It's just a nightmare. So yeah, the big one, John Wick 4, John Wick Chapter 4. It will no longer open on May 21st, 2021, where Warner Brothers plopped Keanu Reeves' Matrix 4. Man, that would have been the showdown of the century. 2 Keanu Reeves action movies that he made famous going head to head with their 4th entries. That would have been amazing. But no, the virus just didn't want that to happen, which sucks. So instead of being in 2021, it's now been moved a whole nother year to 2022, May 27th, 2022, which is Memorial Day weekend. So yeah, and you're probably wondering, well, why is it getting delayed so much? Like, again, this virus has stopped all productions in Hollywood. Like, a lot of movies can't progress now. They can't progress past a certain phase. Like if they were shooting, they can't move past that. If they were in the scripting phase, they can't move past that. Everything's at a standstill. And certain movies, are going to have to be sacrificed in order to make room for other movies. So that's just the sad reality. So yeah, John Wick 4 being delayed a year. I know it makes a lot of you sad. Makes me sad too, because I love the John Wick movies. And I'll still watch John Wick 4. No, and Matrix 4 too. I don't know if the Matrix 4 will be delayed. I bet it will. Because it was shooting before all this stuff went down. So they might have to delay it a little bit. But yeah, we'll see what happens. As it says, taking over John Wick 4's old spot next year is Spiral, the Saw reboot. This movie was supposed to come out May 15th of this year. That didn't happen, obviously. And I actually talked about Spiral way back in the second canceled video. So yeah, it was supposed to come out May 15th. It got pushed back. Well, it got delayed, got moved off the calendar. And it's going to be now coming out May 21st, 2021. I really thought they would push Spiral to October because that would make the most sense, because Spiral is still a horror movie and Saw has always come out in October. Every single Saw movie to ever exist came out on Halloween weekend, or at least close enough to Halloween weekend. So I thought they would just do the same thing with Spiral, but no, they really want to make Spiral a summer movie for some reason. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a shame because I was looking forward to seeing Spiral, but you know. I mean, some would argue that why release it in theaters? You could just release it online. I don't want to get into that whole argument, but yeah, Spiral. At least it has a release date now, so there's that. I mean, it sucks it has to be a year from now, but what are you gonna do? So next up, the Ryan Reynolds Samuel L. Jackson sequel, The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. That's kind of hard to say. It jumps a whole year. It was supposed to come out August 28th of this year, 2020. It's now being moved all the way to August 20th, 2021. So, yeah, that has to suck because, the first movie that came out in 2017, it says here, it was a hit. It was a late summer hit. It made like $180 million worldwide. And that August 2017, that August was awful. God awful in so many ways. It was the worst. But that was like one of the only bright spots of that whole month. So, Lionsgate's got to be pissed that they had to move it a whole year. But, again, what can you do with all the chaos going on in the world? And now it's going to be facing against Paw Patrol. I highly doubt there's going to be much crossover audience between the two. So, yeah, and then there's this other movie, Barb and Star Go to Visa Dum. I really don't care about it. I don't. It's been moved from July 31st from this year to July 16th, 2021, where it's going to be facing off against Uncharted and Space Jam 2. This is the weirdest combination of movies ever. But honestly, I think Space Jam 2 will win that battle because it's Space Jam 2. I mean, I mean, it's self-explanatory. And then there's some others, not really that important. American Underdog, the Kurt Warner story, whatever. It's supposed to come out December 18th this year. It's now being pushed back to December 10th, 2021. It's kind of good it moved because December was so awfully crowded anyway that, it would be, for the best to just get out of there. All right, being added to next year. What else? The Asset with Michael Keaton, yada yada yada. It's now coming out. That's being added. April 23rd. What stays in 2020? Movie Fatale, which was supposed to come out June 19th, but now it's coming out October 30th. And I'm like, why couldn't you put Spiral there? It's a Saw movie. Come on now. Come on, Lionsgate. Think. And now they added another movie, Voyagers, which I don't care about either. It's now coming out November 25th. The same day as No Time to Die and just a few days after Soul. Like, what are you doing? Like, that just seems risky. And then all these other movies like The Devil's Light, Chaos Walking, blah, blah, blah. All of these are still the same. They don't mention this in the article, but Antebellum, which was supposed to come out last weekend, it's now been moved to August. So it's taken, which movie? The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard's release date. Well, it's actually come out, the 20th? 21st of August. So yeah, just wanted to note that. And that's it. Lionsgate, they're not as big as the other studios, so there's not much. It's not as interesting group of movies. The only two movies that I care about, John Wick 4 and Spiral. Those are the only movies I cared about. Everything else, honestly, like, whatever. And, I mean, it sucks. It sucks for a lot of these movies. They're supposed to come out, and who knows, at this point, who knows if the movie theater industry will even survive this. A lot of people think it won't. We're just going to go straight to the streaming age, which, I mean, we were kind of heading there anyway before any of this virus stuff went down. So, yeah. I don't know when part 10 will come out. I know it's inevitable. is inevitable at this point. Maybe I could make a video about the whole war between Universal Studios and AMC and Regal, because that's worth an entire video, honestly. Maybe that'll be part 10, because technically all Universal movies have been canceled by AMC and Regal. So, I guess that'll be part 10. Then part 11, I don't know. I'll just have to wait and see what happens. Like, what more other movies will be delayed, because at this point, I don't know if Tenet will stay where it is. I mean, it wants to stay at July 17th. Christopher Nolan does not want that movie delayed. He wants to make that July release date, because that July date is important for Nolan, because, it's an important day. Like, he put out The Dark Knight, Inception, Dark Knight Rises, and Dunkirk, all mid-July, all massive blockbusters. So that mid-July date is crucial for him. So we'll see if Tenet stays where it is. We'll see if Mulan stays where it is. Nothing's certain anymore. It's a whole mess. But yeah, what do you think about all these release date changes? Just let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment. You want to check out some past canceled videos. I got a whole playlist on the homepage where you can see just the whole saga when all this stuff happened from like March to now. It's very depressing. So, yeah. That's it. That's all. I am out.